Long ago, pirates ruled the seas, but the kingdom...
Signer. Nothing we see around these parts. Good to see you. How you doing? Amanda. Let's finish Alundra 2 and then move on to something more interesting. Police notes. That's life, ain't it? Unfortunately. That's what all the people say. You're flying high in April, but you're struck down in May. Getting by. Playing PS1 games all year. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes the games aren't great. But we're here, made the decision. Our decision was to play all of Alundra 2. We're almost at the end. Unnecessary. Alright. We had the 5-year anniversary stream yesterday, Sana. Played some good stuff. Some of those childhood favourites that I grew up with. I feel like one of them was not super obvious. Nobody was expecting Tecmo's Deception Invitation to Darkness. Bada bing. I feel like I'm not going to play this game again after I'm done. Didn't help. I need to go back and clip some of the funny stuff. And I say clip. I skipped past that one really funny bit. I didn't realise how funny it was until afterwards. So we did Final Fantasy 7 for 40 minutes. Right, let's play Final Fantasy 7 for 40 minutes. And I called Cloud your mom. Which is always funny. And then on the train, during the escape, Wedge turned around and said, "Your mom never came." And it was really funny. And I skipped past it too soon. Okay, so that's one. Come on. That's the same one. That's still one. I've really grown to feel the frustration inherent in this game. Anyway, back to where we were. The problem with these bombs is the fuses are too short for you to pick them up and throw them if you don't catch them in midair. Move over here, you fuckers. Now we're going to go back to the save point so we don't have to do this a third time. So how's everybody doing today? Playing video games? Video games supposed to be fun? You play a video game that just wears out its welcome and then keeps going for like another 7 hours. Alright, up to the next floor. See how well this goes. Alright, so the switch in here turns the second floor. So let's go up before we turn it. I mean, getting good's an important part of any multiplayer game. What is that? That means something? That's too much damage. It's not reasonable that every attack they do does like 70 points of damage. It's absurd. So before we go down there and see where that takes us, let's head through the door that opened. Yeah, keep it on, keep it on. Playing the video games. I started a second playthrough of Metroid Dread recently, which has been fun. That game's so good. So you can be warm at home. That chest on the left might have a key, is my big issue right now. Well, while I'm streaming with the camera, I have to wear clothes. It's against the terms of service to not. Unless I'm in E-Thought, perhaps? I don't know. I hate this game. I hate this game so much. Yeah, it's not worth the risk. At some point I might forget and stand up and do whatever. Seriously, the chest might have a key and that's the real problem here. Because we're right at the end. Right at the end zone. And I hate quitting games on stream as it is. We do it with too many games. We already did it with Vagrant Story earlier this year. It's gotta be a timing thing. Figured it out. How dare you? My mother was a timing thing. Fucking hitboxes on the spikes. Yep, there's a key. Alright, so that's something. So that's everything out of this section, which means we can turn the tower. Seriously, 73? Too much damage for these things. Alright, does this go anywhere? It does not. Yeah, I started another playthrough of Metroid Dread. That's been fun. Because Metroid Dread is fun. It's a really good game. I've also been finally continuing my playthrough of The Link Between Worlds, which has been nice. Doesn't even unlock the fucking door. Link Between Worlds is a good game. It's also my second playthrough of that. I haven't done Link Between Worlds properly since I first got it on 3DS. It was one of those games that when I got a 3DS, I was like, this is a game I want to pick up. There was that, there was Ocarina of Time, Shin Megami Tensei 4. There are a bunch of games around that point. It's the best thing about picking up a console late into its life cycle that people don't really talk about. There's a lot of games there for you to play at pretty good prices. And it's best to do it, like, either at the end of its lifespan, like, or late into its lifespan, or just as the next generation started. Because then people will be getting rid of their old games, the market will be flooded a little bit. Prices will be down. Is when I picked up most of my PS2 games. Because I got my PS2 in 2008, so at that point everybody was all about PS3. So a lot of the games that go super expensive now went for nothing. That's how I ended up with Silent Hill 3, Silent Hill 4. Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2, they go for quite a bit now. This generation's probably a little different though. Backwards compatibility is a big selling point of the PS5, so PS4 games still retain their value is a thing. Especially while there's not a whole lot of PS5 games of value. Amazing how worthless this is to me right now. Yeah. We're reaching the end point of when it's gonna be like when it's gonna stop being viable. To pick up PS3 games, I think. Dead. Feels like they're starting to go up in price. Is there a reason they always hit me? I already cleared this room. So yeah, I suppose, like, in hindsight, I was pretty lucky in the long run to have been picking up PS2 games when they were so cheap. Big part of it is I didn't have money for a PS3 anyway at the time. So I was like, I have the PS2. I've got one, there's a load of games I haven't played before because they were exclusive to PS2. So I was picking up when everybody was trying to get rid of them to make room for more PS3 stock. Plus, back then there were just more second-hand shops for video games, and now there's just so few. It's like the progression of time combined with the market changing. Plus, everybody seems to think that like, whatever they've got is some amazing gem worth upwards of original retail price. Which, like, nothing really is. No video game is worth £100. So... ultimately, stuff like that, we've been over this before. Resellers selling games for a dramatically increased cost, which retailers and resellers selling games for a dramatically upmarket cost is, I think, a big part of the reason why I'm like, yeah, emulation and retro piracy is probably okay. And by probably, I mean it is. Morally, it's okay. Because the big argument against piracy, which makes sense, is always like, what about the people who worked on the game? And it's like, yeah, cool. If they're getting the money from the sale, sure. Paying the people who made it. In the second-hand market, that's not the case. So that immediately goes out the window. Plus, the argument of, like, the people who made the game get money is such a tricky argument to make. Especially in this day and age of overinflated budgets and publisher demands and costs. And this whole consideration can bring us back to the question of Hi-Fi Rush. A game that I think is less than a year old. Currently available on digital markets. You buy that now, the developers ain't getting anything because Microsoft shut the developers down. So if your big argument against piracy is that the developers aren't getting the money when you do that, how do you tie that in with something like that? When you are making a very flawed argument there. These enemies are awful. There's no need for enemies like this, with such bullshit range and hitboxes, to do 1/10 of my health per hit. There's no need for the game to lock the door every time I enter a new room. Every time. I'll go back and save and use that heal point. Means I'll have to go through all of this again. Good. Also suggests there's a boss here.
Flint! Am I glad to see you?
Welcome to the Star Key, young Flint. It was most kind of you to drop in. Unfortunately, I'm really busy right now. You see, I was just preparing to take over your planet. But now that you're here, we might as well have some fun with you.
Oh, don't put a key in Zeppo.
Your fat little friend here should make quite an interesting playmate.
Mephisto, you bastard.
What are you doing?
I'm making you my slave! And you will destroy that boy for me! As I said before, I'm very busy. I must get back to work. Please, enjoy yourselves.
God damn it, Zeppo, I actually liked you. Well, by actually coming inside this area, you've really accomplished nothing. This entire game, for the boss fights, has really just been figure out when the game's going to let you actually hit the bosses. And it gets to a point where, like, it's not particularly interesting. It's been most of the boss fights. Like, just taking damage, trying to figure out when the game's allowing you to hit them. When the game has touch damage, which is bad enough. A game as imprecise as this should not have touch damage. So I think it's when he does the red attacks. And then the second phase, every boss has a second phase, where all they do is add one extra attack to the sequence. That's literally it. And so the bosses are really repetitive. You can't move the camera in boss fights. See, like, there. Why couldn't I do damage there? Pretty much any other game you'd play like this, where the enemy has an attack where they charge into something, you move out the way and they hit the wall, that would be a vulnerable period for you to hit them. And this game's like, nah. So what it leads to is every boss fight's really dull and repetitive. Oh, good to see that added up to nothing. Why would it be that? I just feel like the comedy of this game is really outstaying its welcome.
There, you see? Just like I planned it. Huh? What do we do now?
Witless idiots! You were just stupid enough to nearly ruin my plans!
Alright, it's having the sound lag again.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
It's weird how that only affects some cutscenes and not all of them. Hmm. Finally, some good game design. I didn't know there was a door there. Because how would you know when this is the likely camera angle? So highlighting it, actually good game design. There's no actual value in fighting any of these enemies. Oh, this feels like the lead up to a final boss door.
Unfortunately, Flint, you're too late. I've already input the coordinates. No one can stop the Star Key now! All you foolish humans can do now is watch helplessly as your precious planet is mutated into a living hell! But until then, I shall take great pleasure in killing you slowly with my own hands. And believe me, young Flint, before I am finished, you will beg for the sweet release of death to end your suffering!
That's a lot of shit for somebody who's done nothing but throw lackeys at me and run away for the entire game. Come on, you whiz-rob looking motherfucker. So fucking predictable. Let me just always go to the one you're furthest from. Like, you fucking idiot.
Did you think you could defeat me so easily? Allow me to show you something I think you'll find quite interesting. Arise!
Ah. His head is a key. So he's copying Dio. He just puts his head on other people's bodies and takes over them. Like Dio did. Except lamer. I shouldn't be allowed to just clip through his legs. Especially not when it doesn't. Especially when it doesn't clip through his face. Oh, what are any of those for? Like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me with this bullshit? So you've just got to know that those pillars are going to rise up when you take out all 4 legs. Which is stupid. Oh, the tail won't actually hurt me. Who would have thought the tail wouldn't hurt me when touching any other part of the body does?
Now you shall witness my greatest magic!
Just fucking die.
I will rend your body limb from limb and feast upon your whimpering soul!
You will die now. You will die now. No one can stop me. No one can stop me. The plan must be executed. Destroy all obstacles. Destroy all obstacles!
Sigmo's cooler. And less of a bitch. Just saying something. Okay, so I can't get over there. I can't even see what's actually shooting me. The stupidest part about this whole thing is, if I die at any point during these fights, that's gonna be me having to go back and do all three again. You missed, bitch. Criticised Sonic bosses for less waiting around than this. I don't care if this is the final boss. So much of it is just waiting to attack, and it's boring. Depth perception on these hands to figure out exactly where you need to be to hit them is really bad. And you can see it works both ways, because so many times the hands aren't hitting me either. It'd be nice if we're almost done. It's like, we're gonna run out of healing items soon. Oh. And it's not been a particularly difficult fight. It's been really simple, easy to figure out. pattern never changes. It's just actually hitting stuff is such a problem in this game. That there's so much time for us to just take damage as we wait to land the hit. Why am I not hitting him? Of course not, because magic's been next to useless this entire game. This might be the worst game I've completed on stream. I'd have to double check the archives, but like, it might be the worst game we've completed.
You have stopped me, but the key continues to turn.
Oh, no, Clint, we can always go down. There is worse on PS1 than this. For fuck's sake. Welcome on in, Ben. Okay, so the save point is gone. Okay. Understandable, don't want you to save yourself in a dead game. The healing spot's not. Little concerning. Is it this one? Damn. How rarely do you ever see me get this turned around in video games?
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
If we die here, we have to do that Mephisto fight again. So, I am going to break the rule I generally have. And I am going to make a save state. Because I am not doing this again. Fuck off. This made no sense to me without the time limit. And now that we have a time limit, I've got to try and make sense of it again. Jump over the fucking thing. What an awful escape sequence. Swear to God, there's another fucking boss fight. Where's that dragon that owes me a life debt?
What you so surprised about, kid? This old pirate ain't so easy to kill. Don't ever count old Seppo out. So, have we seen the last of that slimy old warlock?
If we haven't, I'm turning the game off.
Glad to hear it. You did it, Flint. You're not so bad for a landlubber.
Zeppo has been my favourite character.
Huh?
You made this cutscene. You couldn't have them actually stood on the platform. They have to be floating above it.
It took you guys long enough.
Oh, we were worried about you, Flint.
Yeah.
Come, young human. I will take you home.
Come on,
Hurry
Flint.
up!
Why did we bring Alexia along?
Hurry up already, Flint! Let's get out of here!
Catch me, Zeppo. I don't even know why it exploded.
Flint! You made it!
Alexia has been such a worthless character. The dragon probably doesn't appreciate us standing on its neck. I think Ruby would have probably made more sense as a love interest. Feels like Alexia's the love interest just as a designated thing. These are the people we blame. Oh, hey, Jeremy Blaustein worked on this.
Oh, why can't you say?
He was the localizer for Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Metal Gear Solid. That's interesting. So by '99, he was with Activision.
No demons or dragons can ever cause the pain I feel every time you turn away. Oh, take me along on your journeys through the caves and the plains with you.
So why would the voice acting as good as it was?
I'll be all
Actual voice actors and a good voice director.
with you. And I hope this adventure never ends. Just maybe, if I had the chance, maybe we could be a little more than friends. That would be you in love and me.
At no point did we ever actually deal with the nougat.
Please don't wake me if this is a dream.
So at the end, he just gives up.
You told me you are in love, and I told you I am too. But again, we've never said with whom.
So Zeppo, Ruby, and Alba return to Puerto Medusa.
All of the fear and strain of tyranny and pain cannot win against your sword and destiny. If only I could stay in your heart forever, then I'd take all your loneliness.
So I've been thinking about this, and I was going to bring it up if we didn't get any resolution during the credits. But the whole thing of
Understand,
Belga,
maybe it's the gems.
what the fuck is that nonsense?
Treasures and adventures. Please don't leave without me. Don't go, I can't live
Melina was ultimately a pointless character.
without you anymore.
Belga, her legendary swordsman bodyguard, also absolutely pointless. Except for the fact that he's clearly Flint's father, who thought Flint was dead, but now that he's found Flint again, he threatens to kill him if he ever sees him again. Because now he's got a new woman. And it's like, what the fuck?
Turn so bright and so. Just maybe, if I had
And that's it, that's the extent of Belga's role in the story.
maybe we could be
The reveal that he's obviously Flint's father, and that he moved on, got with a new woman, who was like, oh yeah, no, I thought pirates killed my children. I thought pirates killed my wife and child. So I went off to start fucking the leader of the pirates. And now that my child's alive, I will kill that child. And it's like, what?
Well, you told me you're in love, and I told you I am too.
It would have made so much more sense if Belga was just a nothing character like so many of the others.
Well, you told me you're in love, and I told you I am too. But I wish you'd say I love you.
It frustrates me because Belga could have been nobody, and it would have been fine. Excellent, we didn't stay with Alexia, because she's awful. Alundra 2, massive step down from the first game. Beyond a lot of its other issues, like, it's tedious as hell. It's drawn out. This pandemonium ass, the end screen, what the hell? The hitboxes are some of the worst things. And then by the end of the game, enemies are doing so much damage. It's like, cool, imagine if we did have max health and they'd still be doing damage that's probably too much. Probably is the worst game I've completed on stream. Let me check the archive real quick. YouTube, why are you like this? Let's see. Parasite Eve, Shadow Hearts, Forces. So Darkness. Kudelka, maybe? I don't know, I feel like if Kudelka... I feel like if Kudelka got a remaster and was rebalanced, it would be absolutely fine. Like, it'd be easier to fix than Alundra 2. The big issue with Kudelka was the grinding required. The absolutely absurd amount of grinding that would be required to do it. Final Fantasy 13 is better than 102. Ninja Gaiden Black was better than 102. I can't even lie about that. I ultimately did enjoy. I enjoyed Ninja Gaiden Black enough that I was like, let's do Ninja Gaiden 2. I could say Sonic Adventure 2, but Sonic Adventure 2 doesn't last as long, which makes it better than this. Dark Souls 2, maybe? Yeah, I think the only real contender is Dark Souls 2. I'm gonna go play that. I don't know. I probably should do Dark Souls 2 again at some point and reevaluate my opinion. I feel like everything's worth doing at least twice. It's why I did Final... It was the entire reason behind doing Final Fantasy 13 again. But not this. Even knowing everything with this, it would still be tedious as all hell. And we played easy. Like, we played the easy mode, which was the original Japanese difficulty, where enemies take less damage and do less damage. The normal mode was added for the Western release, where they just increase damage. Enemies do, and reduced your damage. And it's like, cool. So if we played on that, it would be worse. Like, no, I won't do 102 on the hardest mode, and I'll ban anybody who suggests it. It wasn't a fun game. Ugh. I do like when throwing a knife at somebody will instantly kill them. It adds value to them. Well, I guess I've been going long, so I guess we're gonna go and start police knots. So stick around. Police knots.